house is on Dresden Avenue, in the Oak Knoll section of Pasadena. A big, solid, cool-looking house with burgundy brick walls and terracotta tile roof. All I know about the people is that they are a Mrs. Elizabeth Bright Murdoch and family, and that she wants to hire a nice, clean private detective who won't drop cigar ash on the floor and never carries more than one gun. And I know she's the widow of an old coot named Jasper Murdoch, who made a lot of money helping out the community and got his photograph in the paper every year with the legend, "His life was his service."
Yes?
Philip Marlowe, calling on Mrs. Murdoch by appointment.
Which one?
Huh?
Which Mrs. Murdoch?
I didn't know there was more than one.
Well, there is. You got a card?
Here.
Brother. This way.
He leads me to a small room furnished as an office. A thin, fragile-looking blondish girl in shell glasses is sitting behind a desk.
I'm Miss Davis, Mrs. Murdoch's secretary. Do you have your references?
Sure. Here. This is from Bernie Olds of the DA's staff, and this is from Detective Lieutenant Carl Randall of the Central Homicide Bureau. You think that'll be enough?
Please don't laugh at me. I'm only doing what I'm told.
I'm not laughing at you. Hot, isn't it?
It's not hot for Pasadena. If you'll just wait a few minutes.
Halfway to the door, she turns back and pushes the top drawer of her desk shut. Then she goes out. I stick a cigarette in my mouth, but don't light it. I go around the desk. I'm just curious. It isn't any of my business that she has a small Colt automatic in the drawer.
Mrs. Murdoch will see you now.
The room is a sort of sun porch that has been allowed to get completely overgrown outside. There's a chaise longue over by the window. It has a curved back and enough cushions to stuff an elephant. And there's a woman leaning back on it with a wine glass in her hand.
Please do not light that cigarette. I'm asthmatic. Sit down, Mr. Marlowe. I've never had any dealings with private detectives, Mr. Marlowe. I don't know anything about them. Your references seem satisfactory. What are your charges?
$25 a day. And, of course, expenses.
It seems high. And how much retainer would you expect?
$100 would hold me.
I should hope it would. My asthma. I drink this wine as a medicine. That's why I'm not offering you any. Here's the situation. About a year ago, my son made an idiotic marriage without my consent. This was foolish of him, as he has no money except what I give him, and I am not generous with money. The lady was a nightclub singer called, appropriately enough, Linda Conquest. They lived here. We didn't quarrel, because I don't allow people to quarrel with me in my own house. But there has not been good feeling between us. No doubt she found my son dull. I find him dull myself. At any rate, she moved out a week or so ago without saying goodbye. She took with her a rare gold coin, the pride of my late husband's collection, called a Brasher Doubloon. It is said to be worth over $10,000. It's a mint specimen.
Pretty hard to sell.
Perhaps. I didn't miss the coin till yesterday, when a man named Morningstar called up. Said he was a dealer, and was the Murdoch Brasher, as he called it, for sale. My son took the call, and reported the conversation to me. I had Miss Davis call him back. I was curious.
Why?
If the man was a dealer of any repute, he would know that the coin was not for sale. My husband...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?